for an NFC North showdown. Detroit and Chicago meet for the 183rd time in a series that began back in 1930. Week 4 is headed your way. Next.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, now in his 17th season out of Cal. It's Aaron Rodgers.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other two-thirds, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 5 catches, 134 yards, and the score, too.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in this first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Yeah.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Let's go.
Rodgers gonna throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. No gain on the screen there at second down. Now Rodgers. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. Third down here. To To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Adam Humphries. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, who's now in his 8th season in the league, and that's Jimmy Garoppolo.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On first down, Garoppolo. Open here, Adam Thielen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, he'll find Lindsey here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at those.
That ball will belong to you, boy.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. From the gun, it's Rodgers. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. 2 yards is the pickup, and it's good enough for a Detroit first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Running the jet sweep, Landry. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now it's Rodgers. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and it's third down. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Come on, fellas.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. On second down, it's Patterson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Garoppolo. He's got Fuller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Patterson on the draw play. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. James Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
The The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Rodgers now on first down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. 4-1 show Fatukasi. Breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Corey Willis in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey.
And at the 42-yard line here, brought down there. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Rock the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. Now a look at Will Fuller as he and the rest of the offense gears up to get ready to go again. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. Taken in by Pascal out left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. Now Garoppolo. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force?
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. going to wind up incomplete. Here's Tressway now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Bud Dupree. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. On 2nd down now, it's Patterson. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Well, that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our players spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright when he's been upright. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. An 8-yard gain, so that gets him halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more. Rodgers now to throw. He'll look downfield for Humphreys. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in. And now the punter, Tressway, as he sends this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Harold Landry. able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The safety, Ross Cockrell, there to knock that one away. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions, and their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they too found some success throwing the football, but I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. Now it's Patterson. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo, incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Bud Dupree picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Bears punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Let's go.
So here are the Lions to take over. They were losers a week ago to Baltimore, but they lead things here as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Room here to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Out to the right to Humphries.
7 yards, the pickup there.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Davante Adams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Now it's Patterson.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stops short of the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Once more, they turn to Patterson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Throwing now is Rodgers. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. From midfield, here's Rodgers.
He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, just like last play. This one quickly into the hands of Landry. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. Rodgers to throw once more. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Lindsey.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Phillip Lindsay.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was capped off by a Phillip Lindsay touchdown run. Now it's Patterson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Play action, Garoppolo. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now Garoppolo. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there, a first down. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Here we go. Like 80. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go. Tighten up.
Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Randy Gregory able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
Back now at Soldier Field.
Here we go.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Throwing is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. Patterson on the carry. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. He's got Fuller. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And that is incomplete. Well, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Lindsey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, right back to Lindsey. Oh, good move. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Lions on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They give him a gain of 38.
Even with a big lead here in the 4th, it still bounds away.
Matt Nagy wants the officials to take another look at that one. He'll throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Let's go, boys. Bring it in.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Pass incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
Again, it's Lindsey, and this time he is in.
Yes.
Phillip Lindsey. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Phillip Lindsey touchdown run.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. To throw is Garoppolo. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. That is caught by Thielen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. It's complete to Fuller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown Bears! Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now Garoppolo will lead his guys up to go for the two-point try. Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and it's third down. Here's a give to Lindsey. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Detroit. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Oh, he stays up. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
45.
They run with Patterson. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Lindsey. 40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Rodgers now to throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the 1st half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the 2nd half.
So for Detroit, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.